Most athletes throw in a few box jumps and call it Plyos. But when I learned this full system from McKinn's Watson's, it completely shifted how I program and coach explosive movements. Whether you're a physio, a coach, an athlete, or someone who's trying to move better, this is how you do Plyos with purpose. So here's the deal. Matt breaks it down into a framework that just makes sense. There is 3 primary movement patterns and 4 categories that you can plug them into. Once I saw it laid out like this, my programming stopped being guesswork. It starts here. 3 pillars of plyo movements. The first one here is going to be leaps, where you're going to be jumping off 2 foot at the same time. Some of you might call it pogo hops, but in his system, he calls it the leaps. Second exercise here is going to be bounding. So whatever form that you go from left leg to the right leg, it's going from one to another. In his system, he calls it the bounds. And for the last movement here is going to be hops. So you're going to be doing a same leg takeoff and landing. And in his system, he calls it the hops. And this is going to be the foundational base. Everything that comes afterwards is going to be a combination or a variation. Once you've got the movement types down, you layer in one of these 4 categories to shape the stimulus. The first one here is adding speed. By adding speed into these plyometric movements, it'll be increasing the loading onto the lower limb complex, and this is going to be great for reactiveness and quickness. This will really demand quick ground contact time or fast ground contact and reactivity of your lower limb. The second one here is shortening the ground contact time. By shortening the ground contact time, we're using less of a muscular strategy, and we're really challenging the tendons within our body to feel that pop off the body. We're doing plyometrics, not bodybuilding. The third thing here is the coordination with relaxation. This is where he calls it the medium tier, which is where it's basically a 70 to maybe 80% intensity where you're feeling coordinated but very relaxed. You're not trying really hard to go for max height or trying to really go for max distance. We're just trying to really find that groove and rhythm for the tendons and your body to be accustomed to that speed, to that coordination, and just feeling that pop continuously for the number of reps or distance in your program. Quick interruption here. If you're getting bumped off the ball, can't hold your ground, and deep down you know you're not athletic enough, this ends now. Grab the free 3-week system that builds real balance, strength, and defense. Test it with pros. Link is below, and back to the video. And for the 4th and final category here is adding depth. Adding depth for most plyometrics is going to be very contradicting because we want to feel the pop of the tendons, but he's adding depth here just because we want to use maybe a little bit more of a muscular strategy to groove into these deep joints and adding speed into these movements, so then we can be a little bit healthier and making sure our joints are going to be prepared for the heavier or higher intensity loading in the future. For the first one here is really going for max distance or height, just really going for raw power output, but just make sure that your form doesn't break down. For the second thing here is rhythm. Rhythm is such a big and important part of plyometrics because unlike weight training, we can power through and really grind it through. For plyometrics, we want to really feel the pop off the tendon and trying to get a really good rhythm for it. Just like how we do in team sports and basketball, we want to feel relaxed, but feeling explosive and able to explode out of any positions, anytime. For the third thing here is adding variations. Not only can we do, for example, leaps going forward, we can go backwards, we can go right, we can go left. We just want to change the direction, the movement, and then this will change the stimulus. We can change it to whatever variations we want, but at the end of the day, we want to stay intentional. Here's how this looks in a real session. Just a few examples from each category. If this framework helped, you gotta check out Matt's programs over at plusplyos.com. I have 0 affiliations with him. I took his online course as well, and I felt that that was very helpful in my understanding of plyometrics. And that's basically where I got this from, and it's really worth every cent. And if you want coaching or free programs based on these exact same principles, check out the Gains Chamber, links in the description below. Weekly calls, free stuff, and full support from me. Only thing I'll add to all this is to sprinkle in some sprints and max approach jumps. That's how I'll dial up the intensity further. Don't just jump around, jump with intent. Drop a like if you found this video helpful, and you can share it with another coach or another athlete who needs to hear this. Description's got everything you need. I'll catch you in the next one.